Hello, cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmick. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. I'm going to be doing a collective message today. So, with that, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And I already pre-pulled the cards. I haven't looked at them, but I pre-pulled them. This is actually normally I'll just kind of intuitively pull and then follow the thread of energy. This one's an actual like designated spread, basically. So this is called the Jack-o'-lantern spread. And so what it does is it really it's very illuminatory. um, but it really deep dives into kind of a challenge or an obstacle that's going on right now, and then a potential solution. So I was feeling guided to do this reading, or this spread rather. So we're gonna do it. Um, with that, I would like to say really quick, before we get in the message, thank you so much for all of the engagement in the channel. It really, really does help out, and I am so appreciative. So thank you, thank you. All the likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and donations, all of it helps out so, so, so much. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's get into it. So, the first card is going to be the heart of the issue or question at hand. Okay, so we've got spider, which is community and web weaving. So I'm going to show you the card, and then I'm actually going to take a peek really quick. It's been a while since I've used this deck, so let's see here. So it's talking about how the spider web can be seen as a symbol of connection, or potentially entrapment. So there's a fine line sometimes between a family or community supporting us and controlling us. This card looks at this discernment. It suggests to review the way you communicate with the wider community at work or generally with others and take steps to improve this or do it slightly differently. It also indicates there's a need to be a balance between what you do for yourself and what you do for others. If we give too much to the outside, our strength diminishes and we cannot weave the supporting web for ourselves. Okay, so with that, there, mm, I feel like this is really, yeah, it's going to differ. So for some of you, this is about maybe feeling trapped inside a community of some sort. This could be family, friends, a living situation, where you're living, something like that. So there could feel like almost that you're trapped. For some of you, this could be maybe you're having a difficult time finding your community. In that, just to touch on that note, it is semi-normal to go through that, especially along this, spiritual journey of sorts. It can, yeah, that's kind of a normal thing to go through where you're calling in your soul tribe, basically. And so that could be what's going on too. Let's see, what else? The second card is the hidden issue. All right. Oh. Oh, okay, interesting. So we've got joy, which is rejoicing in the present. Um, right off the bat, the colors on this card are really popping out, which is yellow and orange. And those resonate with the sacral and solar plexus chakras. So the solar plexus sits right around the belly button. The sacral sits between the base of the spine and the solar plexus. And the solar plexus is really the seat of willpower. And then the sacral is creativity and also sensuality energy. So there could be I feel like there's like some blocks clearing in those chakras right now. Maybe you are doing something to work with those two chakra centers. Maybe they're coming back online, rebalancing, something of that nature. So that could be confirmation for you. I feel like Okay. So for some of you, it could feel like this trapped energy within the community or family in whatever way that is for you. It could be that it's it's hindering your ability to truly feel joy. Now the thing with this is it's kind of one of those like I need to get away from this community to feel joy, but feeling joy is what's going to help me break free from this entrapment. It's kind of, it feels like one of those situations. And so the message that I'm pulling through right now is to do your best to find little things that you can feel grateful for that bring you into a state of joy or even just I heard just even neutrality. Um because from that place that's where you can really manifest uh intentionally and not by default. So this is when you're really bringing in those types of experiences that do light you up, the community that does truly support you. Um and then also if you can really focus on doing what you can to pull yourself into the present moment and truly operate from that present moment mindset, that's going to help as well. Okay. Let's see here. What's the third card? The major obstacle. What is the major obstacle? Okay. We've got the witch, the earthly wearer of the worlds. Okay. I'm going to read this one. How is this the major obstacle? Spirit, let's see. So it says witches have had a bad PR day for a couple of millennia now. Originally, the healers or cunning women of the village, the very word witch comes from the Celtic word Weiss, meaning weaver or wise. When the new religion, okay, hold on. Basically, when the new religion of Christianity spread through the land, the custodians of the old pagan ways, in part witches, were labeled as evil, and as we know from history, persecuted. They were driven underground or under the night sky into the shadows of misunderstanding and darkness. Says, for the purposes of this, let's look at witches as the weavers of magic and change. Through spells and rituals and even herbal recipes, they weave the powers of this world and the next in synergy to solve problems and heal. Holding this card means you can weave your own change throughout your life and that magic indeed is afoot. You must understand that you have power and it is real. It may also indicate that others may be threatened by your developing personal power, and they may not appreciate or like the changes in you as you grow. Be prepared for this and do not be discouraged. New friends and better opportunities will be attracted instead. Okay, that makes sense. So, for some of you, what's happening is you are really tapping into that inner magical essence of you. Maybe you are exploring different belief systems. Maybe you are exploring different religions and different spiritualities. Maybe you are, exploring more of like a Wiccan or a pagan or a Druid or a Celtic kind of belief system. More of the earth, the earth magic, um, beliefs systems, so to speak. And so, maybe it's Buddhism, maybe it's Hinduism, take it as it resonates. But what could be happening right now is, especially if you were entrenched in a community that of a certain religion, and then you start to explore other belief systems that can in and of itself cause this kind of issue within that community because you're going without you're going you're going outside of these belief systems, you're going outside of this community, and maybe you're searching for a deeper understanding, something that really resonates with you and your soul. um Confirmation. So that definitely makes a lot of sense. And again, it's one of those like just do your best. If you are in this energy, it's kind of like this twofold thing. So make sure that you're doing what is authentic for you, and also understand that it's not like, you need to go it this is kind of extreme, but, like, if go to like, went to church and then you start, looking into Celtic or Druidism or something like that, and then you go, you may not need to go into the church and announce that now you believe more in, you know, this kind of, herd methodology. So, there is a way to handle this with grace, where you're not just, hitting the nuke button on this whole situation. But it's really important to follow your own internal guidance at this time, your own intuition, and continue to explore and continue to allow yourself to move through this weird, funky energy of not fully it's feeling like that energy of like not really feeling like you belong anywhere. And so if that does resonate with you, just keep going within, keep finding those answers within, and keep, self-exploring and figuring out what's authentic to you, because once you do that and you get firm in your understanding and come into your own sense of truth and your own sense of, all of these ideologies and everything else, and also understand that it will change. That's a normal thing, is to have an experience and then it changes some part of your belief system. Like that's part of this experience as well. So allow yourself to move through that and know that the more you continue to do that, the more you continue to step into authenticity with you, yourself, your beliefs, all of that, the more that you're going to open up to attract people to you that are more in alignment with this newer version of you. Okay. Alrighty. What else here? Let's see. This is the main fear. Skull of stars, infinite possibilities. Ah, this is the main fear. Okay, let me see. So it says this skull brings us back to the fact that we are all made of the stuff of stars, yet many of us think so small. We are each born with a blank canvas to paint upon, and we are indeed an open sky of possibilities. It's easy to feel small in a world that is so busy, impersonal, and seemingly self absorbed. We can at times feel lost and unclear about our direction and lose sight of our place in the cosmos. The School of Stars reminds us that we are only limited by our own imagination and boundaries. If we can dream it, it is possible. This card indicates a need to think bigger and more broadly about your future and what you would like to achieve. Perhaps there are false beliefs, often old, that no longer serve you as you grow and change. Sometimes these beliefs may not even be yours. They may have been imparted to you by parents or the wider community, yet feel rather incongruent to you. You need to endeavor with all of your heart and soul to live the life you want and honor your own wishes and truth. Okay, so I feel like maybe the main fear is stemming from a limiting belief. And it's kind of this, yeah, I'm getting, is it really, it's kind of an energy of like feeling small, but also scared of your potential. That's also coming through here as well. So maybe there's a fear of being seen. That's a really, really common block to experience, is the fear of being seen. There's oftentimes people talk about the fear of failure a lot, and that is true as well, but there's also a fear of success or a fear of being truly seen, um that is kind, two sides of the same coin kind of thing, but that could be something that's coming up right now as well. And just allow yourself to continue to just go within and understand that you are here for a purpose. You are capable of doing whatever it is you set your mind to. And, just allow yourself to sit with that for a little bit and, maybe sit and be like, okay, if there weren't any of these limiting factors, if money wasn't a thing, if this wasn't a thing, if that wasn't a thing, what would I truly desire? And that's a way that you can really kind of tap into that core essence of yourself. And then what will happen is once you get that clarity, then if it's in alignment with you, you'll start to get these like signs and synchronicities that start pointing the way. And blocks and things are going to come up along the journey. And, it's an invitation to go within again and to move through those. Okay. Sorry, got a little cold. Don't mind my sniffles. All right. The solution. Okay. So we've got barn sweetness and synergy. So this is like a bread kind of thing, I think. Um, it's not quite a cake, not quite a bread. It's a sweet loaf, larger than a typical bread loaf, baked with flour, sugar, salt, dried fruits such as raisins. Oh, it's an Irish tradition. Okay. So maybe some of you have Irish ancestry, or maybe you're from Ireland. Or maybe there's something about Ireland that's calling to you right now. Which is interesting because I brought up Celtic and Druids quite a few times in this reading. So maybe there is a resonance there for you. Okay, so the solution is okay, so in this bread, there's different things that are baked in it, and then you get like a slice, and then you get an item. So there's like a coin, a pea, a stick, a ring, a small piece of cloth. Um, so yeah, so if you oh, no. Okay, hold on. There we go. I was like, I don't understand the symbolism. Okay. Ah, all right. So when you pull this card, it indicates a curiosity to know what is ahead, but it's important to balance that with the now. After all, we have the tools to change our future should we choose. The sweet synergy of barnbrack, all the ingredients, including the objects, are more complete and powerful together than they are individually. This should encourage you to seek your own sweet spot. Okay. So what I'm what I'm kind of picking up here is it's more of like this recommendation to allow yourself to release the attachment to the outcome. So allow yourself to sit in the I don't know energy. In the what I'm picking up is that there's this energy of like, well, I know I don't want this. I know I don't want this community. I don't want to feel entrapped in this situation. I don't want to feel trapped or stuck or anything like that. And the message here that's coming through thus far is to allow yourself to release that attachment to the outcome and to sit in the energy of like, it's okay that I don't know. It's okay that I don't have this full plan. In this, again, this is, yeah, it can be very, this can be a challenging phase and I'm just gonna say that. What's coming up is it's this energy of like you were maybe on this path, maybe had this set of beliefs, were doing this certain thing, and it was like, yes, this is what I'm gonna do, this is how it's gonna be, and I've got this plan. And then something happened. Oftentimes it's going to be like a divine intervention of some sort. It can be a number of different things. But what happens is then it goes, okay, wait a minute. I want to be fulfilled at a soul level. I want to experience true peace and joy and excitement and things like this in this life. And so, how do I obtain that? And then so it's this energy of like, okay, so I know I don't want this, but I don't know what the hell this is. and I've got all these limiting beliefs, and I've got this, my ego's attached to all these ideals that I put in place and all these things and how life needed to look. And now I don't know what it is. I don't have the vision. I don't understand, this entire other path because it's very clouded. It's unknown. And that's scary to the ego. And so the thing is by releasing the need to fully see and understand this, it's a process of going within and going, okay, so I know it's not this, but I don't know what this is. So I'm going to go within and I'm going to go, okay, so I know it's not that. So, what limiting beliefs are keeping me stuck in this? What patterns are continuously repeating in certain situations that I don't want to do anymore? And it's really kind of doing that deep inner work to where you can go within and you can change these different things. And then it will slowly start to shift you into this energy of where things start to become clear on this new path. But it's this energy, it can be kind of a void energy. And it's kind of disorienting. It can be, and it's very uncomfortable, especially if you're one, and this is how I was, where I was like, I had this plan and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. And then ideally I would like to do this, but I'll definitely do this. And then if it comes up, I'll do this and this and this. And, life is gonna look like this, and I'm gonna have this by this age, I'm gonna do this by this time, and it's gonna, be great and wonderful. And then, spirit came in and was like, no. And, everything shifted. And that's, the whole spiritual awakening. And, it's been, a whole journey of releasing what no longer serves to allow space to bring in what is in alignment. And so the message here that I really feel is coming through is to continue to allow yourself to do this and continue to allow yourself to release what's no longer serving while also releasing the attachment to the outcome. So, okay. Now, this is what will happen if you follow this solution. I think. Let me make sure. Yes. What will happen if you engage the solution? So we've got werewolf exploring wildness. Oh, yeah, man. Okay. The werewolf is asking us to consider the balance and delve into our own ideas of wildness, independence, and custodianship of the planet. When is the last time you spent all day outside? When is the last time you threw your head back and howled at the moon? Do you quash the vitality and curiosity of your body and mind by sitting all day in front of a computer? The werewolf challenges you to weave a balance between nature and your own nature. So, what I'm feeling from this is by engaging in that solution, it's going to really allow you to really step into that inner it's like an inner wildness. It's that inner it's like divine chaos kind of an energy where it's just wild and free and just fun and explorative and exciting and fulfilling. And I do feel like there is this undercurrent of allowing you to step into this energy, which is going to help you really step into your purpose. If you're feeling that deep inner calling of, I know I came here for more, I know I have a purpose, I know I'm supposed to be doing something, but I don't know what it is. This energy is going to allow you to step into this energy by allowing yourself to release those attachments and to continue to do that deep inner work. It's going to allow you to step into this energy, which is really tapping into that inner, um, the soul essence energy and really allowing that to rise. And then by allowing this, that is really what shifts your energy into that divine purpose, energy. So that's really, really cool. This is really a good energy. And I know it can be difficult when you're feeling kind of stuck in there in that situation, and whatever it is for you, but just know that you are making conscience I feel like you're really making conscience choices and doing things on a regular basis that are helping you to shift out of that. So just continue to do that work, and it's really going to shift your life in a very, very positive, fulfilling way. Okay, well, with that, I just felt the energy leave, so I'm going to leave this here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps. If this resonates, you can let me know in the comments below or just drop an emoji. Feel free to hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. And if you would like to see more from me and you haven't yet, you can hit subscribe. It is free, and I will see you on the next message. Bye.